What's up, everyone? This is Spilling Tea with Krys G, and tonight we're going over Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and do my top five moments of the night, and I'm going to go ahead and spill some tea for you guys at the end, so let's get started. For my first highlight, so I want to get this out the way with this Brandi Lux, Max Lux situation. So basically, Brandy had took $27,000 that they were supposed to put for Brandis' savings account, her son, and she put it into a boutique called Jale or Jale, Jhalae. And Max didn't know about it. But Brandy did tell Princess about it because she was using Princess as an alibi. So they're kind of Brandy's basically sneaking around with this, but at the end, she went ahead and had a boutique opening, and everyone, from a few of the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood cast was there. Like Nikki was there, Ray J and Princess, of course, showed up. Brandy's mom was there, and Max was the last one to show up. So when he did, he was like, "Why are you on stage? I thought you were talking about this as a family event, like for somebody else." And that's when she broke the news to Max on she took that money and used it for the store or for the boutique. Now, what was killing me was why was Ray J hiding behind that rack? He hiding between the rack and the mannequin all at the same time, peeking all over the place. Ray J, stop it. He just peeking all over the place. His facial expressions was killing me. Princess was looking like, I ain't scared. I'm gonna be over here looking right now. And Ray J was like, I'm not trying to get involved in case them start flying, but I'm gonna hide right behind this rack. So then Ray J and Princess, they follow Brandy and Max out. Brandy is running after Max because he's mad. He's, saying, when have I ever told you no? Why would you take that money and do that? And the reason why I think she's been, basically on Max so much about this money was because she wanted to use that money for that boutique. That was her ultimate plan. And to me, I wouldn't gamble with my savings like that for something that may not even work out. There's so many retailers that fail. So that's just such a risky business. But anyways, yes, Brandy again was climbing all on top of the man car in the car. One of these days she gonna get ran over. But he was like, you want me to spend the night up in the Inglewood jail? So finally she got off the car. Max Lux left. She was crying and upset. But come on, Brandy, you knew what was gonna happen when you told that man you use all that money for that. Girl, bye. On to my second highlight. So, two new castmates were introduced to Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and that was A1 and Lyrica. They have both worked with a lot of big names like Drake, Chris Brown, Beyonce. They're pretty good in the game. Lyrica, she is a songwriter, but now she's trying to transition into being her own artist, which is a singer. And A1 is a producer. So, with this in mind, working with big names, seem like some pretty good stars or pretty good stars on the come up, big stars on the come up. The moms, Mama Beef, Mama Drama. Lyrica's mom name is Lyrica, and A1's mom name is Pam. Pam is living with A1 and Lyrica at this time. She, I guess, moved to LA, and she was supposed to only stay with them for like 2 weeks, and 2 weeks turned into 6 months. And Lyrica and Pam don't get along. A1 and Lyrica's mama, Lyrica, too, don't get along. So they just all over there fighting. And it was so funny because when Lyrica and A1, they were trying to be romantic on the couch and Pam had came in, them two had gotten into an argument. Ain't no gut here. Ain't no fake titties and ain't no fake butt. That's how she sounds. It was so funny. I was dying. But I'm sure from the previews, it's going to be some more mama drama. Two of these old women sitting up there fighting each other at a dinner table. Come on now. They are crazy. On to my third highlight. Moniece versus Princess, round 15. Okay, so Princess and Moniece had met up. Princess, of course, let Ray J know that she was meeting up with Moniece. And Ray J, said, I support you 100%, but I just want to let you know that I don't know why Moniece is making this whole thing that we had sex a big deal because it was a half a second. So Princess and Moniece met up. Of course, there's no silverware or nothing on the table with these two. And Princess feels that Moniece is an internet thug. She's talking all this mess behind the computer and she's not saying it to her face. Moniece, actually, I was very surprised. She was a bigger person in this situation. She did apologize to Princess, but she said, you're not taking responsibility for the things that you said about my son Cameron. Princess said, B, I ain't got to take responsibility and I'm not apologizing for nothing. So Moniece, she was saying, well, this conversation ain't going nowhere, so I'm going to get up and walk away from this. And so as soon as Moniece turned her back, Princess said, this conversation ain't over, and she ran around the table, and that's what she was about. If them bouncers was not there, it would have been a showdown. And Princess, she gonna fight you win or lose. She gonna fight you. But Moniece, I think she would have wore Princess out. Personally, I think she would have wore Princess out. But Princess has been in enough fights. She got a lot of practice under her belt. So, I don't know. That would be a match. On to my fourth highlight. So, Fizz versus Moniece. Fizz decided he wanted to pack up his stuff and go. Now, I agree. Mama D was tweeting during this episode. I agree with Mama D. Every time I see Fizz, he always packing up something. If he ain't packing you up to get out of his house, he packing his own stuff up. He always got some boxes. So it is true. He do need an RV so he could just be mobile everywhere he go. So, Moniece had came home and was like, oh, you trying to move out on a sneak? Is that what you're trying to do? And Fizz said she was a loose cannon. He said, you all on the internet making an issue with Ray J, talking about who you slept with so Cameron could grow up and see, oh, my mama slept with this one or that one. He was saying that she's reckless. And Moniece was saying, well, I do think about Cameron, but at the time, this is what happened, and I was just explaining it. And Fizz was not trying to hear none of that. He was so mad. He feels like, she is breaking apart his relationships with Max Lux, which he is a producer. He's a big producer in the game. Obviously, if you're getting 27,000, in cash just like that, you're doing something big. Nikki, she caused them to the breakup because she told Nikki that Fizz was staying with her. So just all these things were just occurring, and Fizz was, he was just tired of it, and he realized that he made a mistake by moving in with Moniece. On to my fifth highlight. So it looks like Shonda and Willie are trying to patch things up. They met, they were on the beach, real serene, quiet location. And you know what? Shonda just was not having it with Willie. She's telling him, you need to do the work. She did admit on the show that this is actually not the first time that Willie has been deceiving and he has been out there cheating. So this is not the first time, and she's giving him a chance. They're married, they have a family. I get it. But he keeps doing the same thing over and over and over again, and he's saying it's just text messages, but she's saying you gave this person a reason to fly all the way to LA from Chicago or wherever she's from to do this to me on national television. And I feel for her. I know Shonda was so embarrassed. So they're trying to work on it. Willie's trying to keep the peace at home, but I think this situation is not going to go away anytime soon or as fast as he thinks it is. So let's go ahead and get into this tea. Really quick, did anyone notice A1 had some black nail polish on and some pearls? I Okay, I'm just checking. I'm just trying to make sure that I was looking at the same things y'all was looking at, because I was like, I've never seen that before. It's a different style, so I'm not going to bash him. It's a different style, I will say that. Moving on. Max Lux is promoting his new song called Romeo Must Die.
Was a dream, but wake up this morning, it's reality. I know I told you this life was for free. That's just for me, that's a small technicality. I know I told you. Then you got caught up from all the exposure. Then you let go, take it all in closer. Had a long talk.
So that was a snippet from that. If you are looking for the rest of the song, it is on YouTube and Instagram. Brandi was on VH1 Live and she did admit that her marriage is still going strong, but she also admits that she was wrong for not telling Max about the store and, for just doing him like that. So she does admit that, but their marriage is still going strong. And in fact, they're on Instagram promoting something called Caviar Gold. So I'm not really sure if this is a part of Max Lux brand or if he's a partner in this, but they're promoting that. Last but not least, so if you have not heard already, but Chris Brown has been arrested. Ray J was at the house when it happened, so that's why I was talking about it because, of course, Ray J is a part of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, reality star. And Masika is going hard for Chris Brown on Twitter. She stated if this was somebody by the name of Chris Smith in Compton, none of this would be happening right now. It wouldn't be a whole bunch of police and helicopters swarming all over the place. This would not be happening. A lot of other reality stars and stars are also sticking up for Chris Brown, including, again, Ray J, Kiki Palmer, and Lil Mama. That is it for you guys. Please make sure you visit our Facebook page, Spilling Tea with Krys G, Krys G at the end, which you can find the link in the bio on my YouTube. Make sure you go ahead and like the page so that way you guys can get more updates on more celebrity news. And I will be back with any more 60-second tea spillers. And make sure you subscribe or like the page.